In today's video, we're going to be going over some of the pros and cons of the Vectre sports car in GTA 5 Online. It's going to be a fairly short one. I'm sure some of you guys want some more information on the vehicle before you drop over $1 million on it. So luckily you clicked on this video because I'm going to share some vital information that might lead you the right way into buying it or maybe not buying it. Let's see what happens. I hope you enjoy and let's get into it. Starting off with a pro. It could do a quarter mile in 12.02 seconds, which is pretty great. You compare that to some of the other LS tuner cars we got, and it's 4th overall. That is pretty amazing. Obviously, having a car that is good at doing drag races is beneficial. So that's obviously one amazing pro. Another pro we got for this car is that it's 4th overall in terms of upgrade potential. Yeah, it has 257 different upgrades that you could put on this thing. That is just insane. I believe the Dominator ASP is number 1 with just over 280 different customizations available for it. So it has a ton of different upgrades you could throw on it. If upgrading a car is important to you, this car has a ton of upgrade potential, as you guys can see just by looking at this damn thing. Another pro, which you're going to see throughout this entire video, is its handling. It's insane. This thing just sticks to the road. It barely drifts around, the back end barely ever kicks out. You're going to see me weaving in and out of traffic throughout the video, and honestly, just driving pretty damn well. I think I'm a pretty decent driver, depending on what car I'm using sometimes, but this thing is so easy to drive around. So the handling is amazing. So doing those street races with this car will be pretty simple in my opinion, especially since going around turns and stuff won't be as hard. That is another pro. Now in terms of some cons. So this one is kind of a pro, kind of a con, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be its top speed. Now if you're driving on a flat surface, like for instance a drag strip, it will not go over 112 miles per hour at all. Now that's obviously if you're driving on a drag strip, but you have to play a specific race for that. In GTA 5, there is hills everywhere. Even if you're doing races, and even if you're doing the street races that came out from the LS Tuner update, you're driving around on a road. So honestly, that top speed is not gonna matter too much. And if you take a look in the bottom right corner, you're gonna see that it goes well over 112 miles per hour throughout this video. It even reaches speeds almost up to 140 miles per hour, which is insane, which is why top speed doesn't always matter, especially if it's a combustion engine in the vehicle. If this car was electric, it would not pass 112 miles per hour at all. Like for instance, the Tesseract cannot pass its set top speed. Same with the Cyclone, same with the Neon, and some other electric vehicles in the game, which is why they're not as good. If you were to go straight down a hill and it was like a 110-degree angle, this car would easily hit speeds over 200 miles per hour. Unlike the Tesseract, which would be just going extremely slow, and every other car with an actual engine would fly by it. So the top speed is technically a con if the surface is flat, but if you're driving around on regular roads like you're about to see right here, you're going to see the top speed shoots up and it will go extremely fast. So it's not truly a con. That's why a lot of people don't really focus on the top speed of the vehicle. So I seriously see this as a pro and also a con. It just depends where you're driving, and of course if there's a lot of hills and inclines and things like that. Another con would be its 0 to 100 time. Now if you compare it to all of the other vehicles from this update and you're driving on a flat surface, its 0 to 100 ranking is 11th out of all 17 vehicles from this update. It definitely is not the best, but once again, it doesn't matter all that much because it depends where you're driving. For instance, if there is a very minor incline and you're driving downhill, you will be able to reach 100 miles per hour much quicker. Of course, if you're going uphill, it will be much slower. So it obviously depends where you're driving. And if you're going to be using this car in street races, the 0 to 100 time doesn't really matter. What matters the most is its handling, and its handling is amazing. So if you were going to think about purchasing this vehicle, you got to take some things into consideration and think, what are you actually going to be using it for? If you want a car that you can customize a lot, obviously it's great. It's the 4th most customizable vehicle from this update, and it has tons of upgrade potential. Now, if you're going to be using it in street races and pursuit races and just driving around in GTA 5, will this vehicle be good for you? 110% it will be amazing for you. The handling is awesome. like I said, the top speed won't really matter too much because the roads obviously are going up and down, there's bumps everywhere, so you'll be going well above 112 miles per hour, you'll be going below it, it's going to be perfectly fine. The main thing that'll matter is going to be the handling, and it handles really well. So if you're considering purchasing it to actually use in street races, pursuit races, and just to drive around, this car is definitely a great buy, and I would highly recommend purchasing it and obviously unlocking the trade price for it first. If you want to get the trade price for it, there's a link in the description on how you can literally unlock it in like 10 to 15 minutes, depending on what reputation level you are, of course. So check that out down below in the description if you guys are interested in saving a couple $100,000. Anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys out if you were considering purchasing this brand new car in GTA 5 Online. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.